Every spring, I used to do the same thing. I'd fill little trays with soil, press tiny tomato seeds into the dirt, and place them carefully near the window where the morning sun came through. And for a few beautiful days, everything felt full of hope. The seedlings would appear one by one, thin little green stems reaching toward the light, tiny leaves unfolding slowly, like they were waking up after a long winter. And every year I thought to myself, this is the year I finally get it right. But somehow it always ended the same way. A week or two later, those healthy little seedlings would suddenly start leaning over, the stems would become thin and weak, some turned yellow, others simply collapsed overnight, like someone had quietly pulled the life out of them while I was sleeping. And honestly, it was discouraging, because when you grow tomatoes from seed, it feels personal. You don't just buy a plant at the store and stick it in the ground. You nurture it from the very beginning. You check on it every morning, you water it carefully, you start imagining summer already. Fresh tomatoes, warm evenings, baskets full of fruit. So when those seedlings die, it feels like you failed before the season even began. For a long time, I thought maybe I just wasn't good at starting tomatoes indoors. Maybe the seeds were bad. Maybe the soil wasn't right. Maybe I simply didn't have a green thumb. But after years of making the same mistakes, I finally realized something important. Tomato seedlings usually don't die because gardeners don't care enough. Most of the time, they die because we care too much in the wrong ways. And once I understood that, everything changed. One of the biggest mistakes I used to make was not giving the seedlings enough light. Now, at first, that sounds strange because they were sitting right beside a sunny window. But what I didn't realize back then is that tomato seedlings need far more light than most windows can provide indoors, especially during early spring. So the seedlings would stretch desperately toward the light. The stems would grow tall and skinny instead of short and sturdy. Gardeners call this becoming leggy. And leggy seedlings almost never become strong plants later. They fall over easily, they struggle after transplanting, sometimes they simply collapse under their own weight. The first year I switched to a simple grow light, I noticed the difference almost immediately. The seedlings stayed shorter, the stems thickened, the leaves looked darker and healthier, and for the first time they actually looked strong instead of fragile. But lighting wasn't my only problem. The second mistake was watering too often. And I know why gardeners do this. Tiny seedlings look delicate. We become afraid the soil might dry out, so we keep watering a little every day. That's exactly what I used to do. But constantly wet soil creates dangerous conditions for young tomato plants. Their roots need moisture, yes, but they also need oxygen. When the soil stays soaked all the time, the roots weaken. Fungal diseases start growing, and suddenly healthy seedlings begin collapsing right at the soil line. If you've ever walked into the room one morning and found a seedling lying flat, like someone cut the stem with scissors, that's often something called dampening off disease, and once it starts, there usually isn't a way to save the plant. I lost entire trays that way. What finally helped was surprisingly simple. Instead of watering from the top every day, I started bottom watering only when the soil actually needed it. I let the roots search downward for moisture instead of keeping the surface constantly wet. And slowly, the seedlings became much stronger. Another thing I completely underestimated was airflow. Outdoors, plants constantly move with the breeze. That movement strengthens their stems naturally, but indoors the air often stays completely still, so the seedlings grow soft and weak. Years ago, another gardener told me to place a tiny fan near my seedlings for a few hours each day. At first, I thought that sounded unnecessary, but it made a huge difference. The gentle movement encouraged the stems to strengthen naturally. It also helped prevent fungal problems by keeping moisture from sitting too long on the soil surface. Sometimes the smallest changes matter most in gardening. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I love it so much. Gardening has a quiet way of teaching patience. You can't rush seedlings. You can't force roots to grow faster. You can't demand strength before the plant is ready. And I think many of us forget that in the beginning. We hover over seedlings constantly because we want to help. We check them every hour. We water too much. We worry too much. We try to protect them from every little struggle. But strange as it sounds, a little struggle is often what makes them stronger. The year my seedlings finally succeeded was the year I stopped trying to control everything. I gave them strong light. I watered carefully instead of constantly. I improved airflow. And then I simply let them grow. That patience changed everything. For the first time, my tomato seedlings developed thick stems that looked almost like tiny tree trunks. The leaves became deep green. When transplanting season arrived, they handled the move outdoors without collapsing from shock. And later that summer, those same seedlings produced some of the best tomatoes I'd ever grown. Not because I became an expert gardener overnight, but because I finally understood what the plants actually needed. And maybe that's the hardest lesson gardening teaches all of us. Sometimes care doesn't mean doing more. Sometimes it means stepping back just enough to let growth happen naturally. So if your tomato seedlings keep dying every spring, please don't get discouraged. You are definitely not alone. Almost every gardener has gone through it at some point, usually more than once. The good news is that tomato plants are incredibly forgiving once you understand the basics. A little more light, a little less water, better airflow, a bit more patience. That's often all it takes. And one spring soon, you'll walk over to your seedlings and notice something different. Instead of thin, weak stems, you'll see strong, healthy little plants standing upright confidently in the light. And in that moment, all the failures before it won't matter nearly as much. Because gardening is like that. Every season gives us another chance to learn, another chance to try again, another chance to grow something beautiful from something small. If this video helped you feel a little more confident about growing tomatoes from seed, I'd really appreciate it if you gave the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Here, we share simple gardening lessons every week, one season, one mistake, and one small victory at a time. And if you want healthier, stronger tomato plants all summer long, click on the video right here. I think you'll really enjoy learning about the hidden mistakes that stop tomatoes from growing big, healthy, and productive.